Most people think that feeling rich comes from having more money. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of the most financially successful people that you know don't feel rich at all. They make six figures, they invest consistently, they did everything right. And yet they feel anxious, behind, and oddly dissatisfied. Today, I want to show you why money alone never creates the feeling of wealth and what actually does. So I've spent years studying how people think about money, not just how they earn it, but how they experience it. And what I've learned is this: feeling rich has very little to do with net worth and almost everything to do with comparison, expectations, and identity. So once you understand this, money stops feeling like a moving target and starts feeling like a tool. Here's the illusion that most people live under. If I just reach this number, if I'll feel financially secure. But the moment they get there, the number moves because wealth is not experienced in isolation. It's experienced relative to something else. Your income doesn't define how rich you feel. Your reference point does. And that reference point is usually other people. Think about this. A person making $70,000 in a small town might feel wealthy. A person making $250,000 in a high status social circle may feel broke. Same currency, completely different emotional experience. Why is this? Because humans don't measure success by absolute numbers. We measure it relatively. Your brain constantly asks, how am I doing compared to them? And comparison is the fastest way to turn abundance into scarcity. So here's where it gets worse. As income rises, expectations rise even faster. A better house means a better neighborhood. Better neighborhood means better car, better cars, better vacations, better peers. And suddenly what once felt like a luxury now feels normal. This is called hedonic adaptation. Essentially, your nervous system recalibrates and the new standard becomes invisible. You're not chasing wealth anymore. You're chasing normalcy at a higher cost. Here's the deeper layer most people miss. Money doesn't just buy things. It reinforces identity. When your sense of worth becomes tied to income, lifestyle, and perceived status, you stop asking yourself, do I have enough? And start asking, do I look successful enough? That question never has an answer because there's always someone richer, younger, and more impressive. So let me give you a different definition of wealth. Feeling rich is not spending freely, upgrading endlessly, impressing silently. Feeling rich is optionality, margin, and peace. It's knowing you don't need the next raise to survive. It's being able to say no. It's sleeping well. Wealth is not the presence of luxury. It's the absence of financial fear. I know this. At one point in my life, I was what I would consider rich, but I wasn't living a life of luxury. I had enough to pay for my basic needs, and I had a lot left over every month. Didn't live in luxury. It was a one bed, one bath, but it was definitely a lot more padded than it is now as I get older. Here's the question most people never learn. Wealth equals income minus expectations. Not income alone, not net worth alone, expectations. If expectations rise faster than your income, you feel poorer, no matter how much you make. If expectations stabilize while income grows, you feel richer, almost effortlessly. The richest people psychologically aren't the ones with the most. They're the ones whose expectations stopped racing ahead. So, how do you actually feel rich? You don't do it by cutting joy. You do it by choosing where ambition ends. You decide what's enough for you, which upgrades matter and which don't, whose life you're no longer competing with. This isn't about settling, it's about reclaiming control. If money feels like it's never enough, the problem isn't your bank account, it's the scoreboard that you're using. Change the scoreboard, and suddenly wealth becomes visible. If this resonated, subscribe. This channel isn't about getting rich fast. It's about taking small steps to change your mindset, to think about personal finance differently, and to get there at a more steady pace. So it's about really understanding money deeply so it stops controlling how you feel. So leave a comment below if this resonated with you. Like, subscribe. This is a new channel, and I'll be posting more videos like this. Thanks.